Thank you for coming. What do you have to say? And then I'm going to get the other two that came in as well too. But what you got to say about that?
Okay, my thing is with the N word, we give it a lot of power because we give white people power.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like no difference from the standard of beauty. They determine the standard of beauty within our women. Like our women don't is not too much concerned about of how we think they beautiful. They mainly like they want the white people approval. That's the same thing with the N word. I rather get called the N word than get treated like one. But we don't concentrate on that part. We don't concentrate on how we getting treated. We get treated like the N word all the time. But we so worry about the word. Fuck the word. Let's work on changing how we getting treated first. Then we can work on the word. But my biggest thing is this: the problem with us black people. And I just gotta keep all the way funky with it. We too soft.
Mm.
We soft as fuck. We
Mm-hmm.
the only race on the planet don't stand up for nothing, and we get treated the worst. And the most thing we'll do is we we'll get to start blaming each other for how we getting treated by other races of people. Well, maybe they didn't do that to me. Maybe you should work on your behavior. Maybe you need to do this. All those are fear tactics. Ain't no other race of people, even if they lose a war, ain't nobody else on the planet on Earth gonna sit up there and allow white people. I'm being blunt. White people treat them that way without a fight.
Mm.
We the only ones getting punked every day, and not just in America. They punking us even in our own continent, all over, everywhere you go. Every time you see a black person, they getting punked by a lighter version.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to stop work. If I like to say this, if the religion is keeping us this damn soft, two wrongs don't make it right. All of this, two wrongs don't make it right. Turn the other cheek. We the only people that get what will get punched in our face by another race, and we get to start singing and dancing. How
That's
you
not,
think we got gospel music?
that's not true though.
Right. That's
Uh,
what I mean.
but no, we don't have the same smoke. Like if I guarantee you, if I go to any one of y'all black communities where there's a lot of black folks, and I start talking shit or doing whatever, motherfuckers gonna holler at me. But white people can come in and do whatever the hell they want to,
Right.
and you ain't gonna do a goddamn thing about it.
We always gangster with each other, right? And that's why I was saying earlier, you check them. It don't matter. It's not being sensitive or nothing like that. Let him know, hey, bro, you don't say that. You, as a white man, especially, don't nobody
And,
need to
and,
be
and,
saying it,
and,
but especially you. That's why I was saying
hey,
earlier,
Gary,
you
I, I,
check
I
his
want
ass.
I want to say this. There was a black girl, I think that was in Houston or something. I guess they was in a parking spot. They was fighting over the parking. She was arguing over. It was her spot, and the white man pulled up. He wanted the spot. I guess he took it first. This dude was punching on that black woman like I'm talking about punching on her like she was like in UFC, just beating the hell out of her. He went to jail and got right out. It was her next door neighbor. Now he out. She's still there. Ain't nothing happening to him. Now think about this. Now think about this. Why I say this? Why I blame my black men. That man ain't worrying about black men coming to hop on his ass for that. I guarantee you, all us black men know. You better not touch a white woman. You better not touch a Puerto Rican woman. You better not touch a Mexican woman. Why? Because they men gonna come and holler at you.
Right.
We the only ones that they can just fuck with our women and don't nothing happen. We can start blaming. Well, maybe you need to shut up. Maybe you need to quit talking so much. You saying that because you a coward. We the only ain't nowhere in the world somebody touch our women. They people supposed to be scared when our women walk past. We ain't gonna fuck with her because them niggas gonna come. We don't do nothing. I hate to take it from the topic about the N word, but let's call a spade a spade. We act like it. We shit. They call us whatever. That's how we act. We so scared. And then they always tell us black people is the strongest people on the planet. I never seen it. All I see is a number of submission from our men. Submission, that's it. And we try to come up with strategies and try to be submissive in this country. We don't act no different from our women. This is the reason why our black women do not respect us, because we land on our backs getting fucked just as well as she is. We ain't no different. That's why we didn't give her nothing to respect.
All right now. JP, hold that thought. I'm gonna play a clip.
I'll respond to that.
Yeah, go ahead, respond. I'm gonna play a clip and then I want to get, is it Hink 75? I'm gonna get you, and then I'm gonna get
I got off top of it a little bit. It was just hitting on that stuff was heavy on me. It was too heavy on my chest.
I mean, you spit straight fire. I feel you, JP.
But
go
it's
ahead,
not
Mr.
true,
Know-It-All.
It's not true. All right.
Okay.
They dropped 2 nukes on Japan. What did Japan ever do about that?
Nothing.
They never apologized. To this day, they feel it's justified that the Japanese do anything. This self-flagellating attitude that black people have, always whipping ourselves on the back. We're the worst at this. We're the worst at that. We're the only ones who do this. We're the only ones who do that. It ain't true. All right.
But when is we going to do something?
We're the only ones.
That's the point.
Why do you think this country has so many various minorities right now? Where were they during the civil rights movement and the 300 years prior? They weren't.
You know why, Hakeem? You know why we have a lot of. You know why we have a lot of. That was there. You know why we have a. You know why we have a lot of. You know why we have a lot of minorities, and especially like mixed people. They dominated the black men, so they taking our women. We is dominated. You cannot sit up here and say we not. Black men, especially in America, we are dominated. Every race in America dominate us. They know. Why you think you got white people? They call the police on you for no apparent reason. Them Karens call the police on you for no reason. That's they men who they call it.
White people,
and we're gonna sign up. I'd rather get pulled over. This fucked up though. I'd rather get pulled over by a white cop, a Klan member, than most of them black people.
Why?
I don't know where this is going now. It's kind of like
how are Latinos less dominated than us?
I know a lot of black people don't want to hear this, especially black men, because I guess we haven't. But my thing is, it need to be talked about because it's N-word. I'm worrying about how we get treated like one. Fuck the word.
But they treat you like that because they think of you as that. That's why they go.
Who give a damn how they think about? That's another thing. We so subjugated.
But
who give a fuck about how they think?
Hold on,
grow some balls.
But no, hold on. That has a lot to do with why people act on things. If you manifest something, if you fester on something, that has a lot to do with what you put out. If he thinks of you as a nigga, whatever, this is why he treats you the way that. If he sees you as subhuman, yeah, that has a lot to do with it.
But Derek, nobody, I don't care how I act. You ain't finna treat me no any kind of way.
Right.
I guarantee you, when white folks act like the N-word, I bet you're not gonna treat them that way.
Look, I hear you. Relax, but I'm saying ain't nobody going up on me. I get what you're saying, but I'm saying a lot of these white folks think like this. This is why they treat us this way. They think they're better than us. They think they're superior. They think you are a nigga. They think you are a monkey.
But here's the thing with JP is trying to say, and I think someone else on the panel is that you cannot you can't control what people think about you. You can't worry. I mean, they're going to think what they're going to think.
Right.
I'm saying just be aware of when he said why we're being treated like this. Be aware because this is how they think. This is their nature. And this is why I said know your history. They have a history of doing this all over the world.
So what are we going to do about it, Derek?
Hold on. Let me get Hinkin and Rod King. I'm going to get you as well, too. Thank you for hanging out. What do you got to say about this? And then I want to play a clip too and get you guys' opinion on it too.
Man, this is crazy. Hey, we talked about this on LaPie Sports on Sunday about the Joe Rogan using the N-word. Man, look, I don't subscribe to it. I don't use it. I don't want no black person to call me one, and I definitely don't want no white person to call me one. I'm not with that, man, because the definition of it doesn't change. I don't care who it comes from. The
Mhm.
word still means the same to me. So, I mean, if you're gonna talk about you ready to be called one, then treat it like one. No, you don't, dog. You look up the definition and read that. You don't want to be called that, dog. I promise you don't, because ain't nothing
But
good about that. Hey, I
I
don't, I don't know,
understand.
I don't give a damn about them using it's a term endure. Kiss my ass. Ain't nothing about that a term endearment. I don't want that. I don't want to be called that. I don't want to be seen as that. I don't want to be acknowledged as that. I don't want to be recognized as that. But let me tell you this: the new N word is thug, and they, instead of them calling you the N word, they call you a thug now. That's a new N word for them. So
Right.
get ready. That's what they're gonna
But
call you.
my thing is the reason why I say that because even though I understand what you saying, the word is horrible. But my thing is fuck they word. We got names for them. That's harmful for them. But my thing is when we go to court, when we get to court, we get treated like a nigga. When we go to work, especially my black ass, 6'4", 6'3.5" with dreads, tall, deep voice. I'm gonna get treated like one. I'm gonna get blamed and can't keep a job. When I try to move to the little white neighborhood to keep from being in the hood, so I want to move in a decent neighborhood. Oh, I'm gonna get blamed for everything. I'm gonna get
So
picked
that
on everywhere I go.
so they stereotype you.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean, that's
so
life, though.
that's what I
That's
mean.
life.
Getting
That's nothing
treated
you can
like a
do about
nigga.
that. But that's
We
life.
get,
That's how, man. Look at that.
but
That
we
should,
can't always
but that
continue to
should
say
be
this life in
expected,
the
though.
system. Every time we talk about the system and stuff, we always say, "I know the system bad, but that's the only far as we go." No, let's unpack that.
So
Let,
be a part of the
We
change.
so used to
Don't be a
seeing
part of
black
the
men.
problem.
The thing is, we so used to seeing black men getting the worst end of the deal of everything that we do, especially in this court system.
Well,
I
let's
asked this
make that
white person,
change
right?
then. Let's change that
I,
then.
Hey, that's what I'm trying to say. Hey, that I asked this couple of these white people, right? I was just going around, I just want to hear how they feel. I said, wonder, because it was a couple of cases that went down where white people got off. I said, wonder if most of these white cops or something that killed black men when they went to court, everybody in there is black. The judge, the bailiff, the 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 jurors, everybody is black. I said, what do you think the outcome would turn out to be? That white man said they would get found guilty. So I said, what's the difference when black people go to court, black men go to court in front of all these white folks? You rarely see black men getting off innocent and when they take shit to trial, unless they got a lot of fucking money, they still lose.
But what's the reason for even going through that scenario with them? They'll never understand. They'll never understand the issues
My
we deal
biggest
with.
thing is it's not about them understanding. We understand it. My biggest thing is us black men. How long are we going to continue of living safe and living in fear? And when we going to stand up for ourselves? When we going to stand up for ourselves
I do it every day, though.
and
It's
fight back?
already
I'm
happening.
saying
hold
as a
on.
I do
collective,
it
one
every day.
person
Okay, you
can't do
guys.
it.
Let me.
Well,
I'm
I
gonna
don't
play.
have to be. It's like I don't have to be the only one carrying that flag. We all. It can
Look,
start right
I'm
here.
gonna hold on. I'm
Hey,
gonna play
That's
a
what I'm
clip.
saying.
I'm gonna.
it only takes a small group of pioneers
Oh,
for everybody else to follow. You can't expect everybody overnight to get on the same page. But if a
Guess
few of
guess what?
us,
I want to say this.
but if a
Guess what?
few of us
When
can
we
get
start
on the
getting
same page,
control,
Hey
once we
guys,
start getting our balls and getting control,
let me.
we don't have to worry about the N word no more.
let Courtney do her
JP.
that's
thing.
Hold on.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you. Let me. I'm gonna play a clip, and then Rod King, I'm gonna get you in after this. Okay. All right.
no problem.
Let's see what I got.
And I was like, damn. I again. So yes, my first video on my channel is saying no one owns the word. I don't care who you are. I don't care like you think you is. You don't own the word nigga. It belongs to
don't you
white
see
people.
why don't you see why some people are having a problem with it? If you're saying that no one should use the word, and then you're calling a black man the word nigga.
No, I agree. No one should use the word. But again, it is a part of my vocabulary. Since I was a toddler growing up in the Bronx, my family is both black and Hispanic. It is part of my vocabulary as much as it's part of yours, as much as it's part of anybody's on this panel. It is a part of my vocabulary since I was a child, in my environment, in my community, with my family. I decided on my own to curb the word. I decided on my own not to use it. I'm not using it because it belongs to black people. That's not why I'm not using the word. It belongs to whoever. It is used by whoever comes from communities that I come from. The word nigga with an A at the end is used by everyone who comes from the communities that I come from, who are either black or Hispanic. Period. And I decided not to use it.
Here's the thing.
So I know that
foolish, man.
So I know that we've talked about, the word, and with Joe Rogan saying it and the word period. Now we're saying we should not use the word. However, people that are brought up in the community, such as herself, is saying it's indoctrinated. So what is your opinion on that?
Everybody